Hello everyone. So today we are going to revise the chapter The Weather Pattern. In this chapter, first we will learn about the water cycle. You all know water is found in different places. It can also move from one place to another. Now, what is the water cycle? Movement of water from the earth's surface into the air and back again. I will explain the water cycle, that what this definition means. Okay, so water cycle, first you have to know that water cycles have four main steps. Step 1 is the evaporation. Step 2 is condensation. Step 3 is precipitation, and last is the collection or storage. So what happens? Sunlight heats the ocean water. When sunlight heats the water, some of the liquid water warm up and change into the water vapors. This change from the liquid water to the water vapor is called evaporation. Or in a simple word, you can say change of liquid into the gas, because the water vapor is a gas. So the change of liquid to the gas is called evaporation. When that water convert into the water vapors, it go in the air. These water vapors, when they rise to the air, they cool down, and when they cool, they change into the tiny water droplet. That is the condensation step. That these water vapors change into the water droplets means the gas is changing again into the liquid. Who is the gas? The water vapor. And who is the liquid? The water drops or the water droplets. So evaporation is the change of the water to the gas, and condensation is the change opposite of the evaporation, the change of the gas into the liquid. So the water vapors, in the condensation step, water vapors change into the water droplets, into the liquid again. And then that water collectively form the clouds. And what happens when there are clouds? There is a chance of the rain. So the rain fell down. The water that fell down on the earth, that is called the precipitation. It may be the rain, or the snow, or the hail. Hail are a hard form of the snow, like hard balls of the ice. Okay. So precipitation is the water that falls on the earth. And when it falls on the earth, on the ground, what will happen? Some of the water seeps the ground, go inside the earth. Some of the water run or you can say flow over the lands and collect into the streams and the lakes and the ocean back. Okay, this flow over the lands into the streams, ocean and lakes is called the runoff. So in the collection and storage, what happened? The water that fell in the form of rain, that will form the stream, lakes, or go back to the ocean. Now read the definition again. Movement of water from the earth, like movement of water from here in the form of evaporation from the earth's surface into the air, and then back again in the form of stream, lakes, and river. This is called the water cycle. Next is the weather and the climate. that what is the weather and what is the climate. Weather is what the air is like outside. Means you say today outside is hot, today outside is cold, like that. It is the weather. But what is the climate? Pattern of weather in a place over many years. Means when we talk about the weather, we talk about everyday's change. Like is the air is warm, cold, what is the temperature of today? Means we talk about the everyday. But in the climate, we talk about the years, okay? We does not talk about the everyday. If we talk about the everyday, it is weather, and if we talk about the pattern of weather, means for many years, then it is climate. For example, if we talk about the weather of today, I say it is like not too much warm, but in most of the months like January, February, March, April, if we talk about the whole year, what is the weather in the whole year? Most of the time it is hot here, right? So we can say the climate of Jeddah or Saudi Arabia is warm, because some it most of the time it is what warm. And next, factors affecting climate. These are the four factors that affect the climate: sun, ocean, landform, and altitude. Sun, if we talk about the sun, we must have to know equator. Equator is the center of the earth, okay? This is the earth. The areas near the equator, they are hot. Why? Because of the sun. Sun rays hits directly on the area near the equator at this point. So all the areas, all the countries near this range, or the cities near this range, they are hot. Over there and over there, they are not that much hot. And on the like if we go away from the equator, hot, warm, cool, cold, cold. So near the equator, the most hot. So sun affect the climate. The climate near the equator of the, on the cities near the equator of the sun, near the equator of the earth, are hot. Next is the ocean. Ocean, the areas who are near the ocean, they have the milder temperature. What does it mean? That they does not have too much hot and not too much cold. Landform. Landform is the natural features of the earth, like mountains, hills, valleys, plains. These are all called landform. It also affect the climate, like over the mountains, at the top of the mountains, some areas are wet. There is more rainfall over there, so they have the low temperature uh, as compared to the other. Altitude is the height above the sea level. Means some areas are on uh, uh, some areas on the earth are at high altitude. For example, here if we talk about the Taif, Taif is on above the Jeddah. It is on the higher place than the Jeddah. Then sorry, if we talk about the two comparison between the two cities like Jeddah, Abha, and Taif, we see that the climate, or sorry, the weather pattern in the Abha area is more cooler than the Jeddah, and same the Taif is more cooler than the Jeddah. One reason is Taif is above the Jeddah, it is on higher place than the Jeddah, and then Abha is the higher place than the Taif. So altitude is actually the height above the sea level. Next is the seasonal weather data. Like we can use the recorded data to tell about the climate pattern for a place. Like if we talk about this city data, weather data. So in the month of January, the maximum higher temperature will be the 3 Celsius, and the lowest temperature is -4. In the March, if we see It is 12. Higher temperature is 12, means higher temperature mean uh, higher temperature recorded, like above this they did not see in the March above 12, and 1 degree centigrade like lowest temperature that below 1 they did not see in the May 22, and lowest 8 July 32, and 16 September 25, and 11 November 9, and C. If we see the now the climate for this area, for this city, by looking at this data, we can say that in the climate is mostly moderate. Or if we talk about the weather in the month of January and March, January is cold. The weather in the month of March is cold. The weather pattern in the month of May is moderate, or not too much cold. In the July it is warm, September little bit warm, and November again cold. And now here average precipitation means precipitation, the water that for the rain, that how much rain it is. We can calculate it from out of 100. Out of 100 it is 4 centimeter. It is 4311. It means that the chance of the rain is maybe low. Okay. Tools to measure the weather. Why we need tools to measure the weather? For example, what happens that sometime someone says it's hot outside, or someone say no, I'm feeling cold, like that. So there's a confusion that the weather outside is either hot or cold. So to resolve this confusion, we have different tools to measure the weather. The first one is the anemometer. It is the tool that measures the wind speed. Look at this one. This is the anemometer. We also do activity, we make the model of the anemometer in the class, if you remember. Next is the, and along with that, wind vane. What does this do? Wind vane, actually this measures the wind direction. Anemometer, the wind speed, and the wind vane, the wind direction. Next is the hygrometer. This hygrometer, this tells us how much water vapors are present in the air. How much water vapors? The amount of the water vapors in the air, it's called humidity, right? So hygrometer actually measures the amount of water vapor. Why it is necessary? It is related with the rain and all the things, okay, and how wet the weather is or not. Next is the barometer. This measures the air pressure, that how much pressure of the air is. Rain gauge. Rain gauge is to measure the amount of rain fallen, or you can say how much the rain fell. We can measure that with the help of the rain gauge. Severe weather. Severe weather is the dangerous weather which are not good for us. There are many types of the severe weather, like thunderstorm, blizzard, tornado, and hurricanes. Thunderstorm. Thunderstorm is a severe weather with heavy rain and lightning. This picture is an example of the thunderstorm. Heavy rain plus lightning. Blizzard. Blizzard is the storm with heavy rain and strong wind. This is the example of the blizzard. Heavy rain and strong wind. Tornadoes. Tornadoes, it comes when there is the thunderstorm. Means it can comes if there is thunderstorm. From where it comes? It comes from the thunderstorm cloud. Over this cloud, sometime it happens that the wind that comes from the thunderstorm that form the clouds, and the thunderstorm clouds, what happens, the wind form the tornadoes, okay, and these tornadoes destroy the things that comes in its path. Whatever it comes in the tornado's path, it destroy. Next is hurricanes. Hurricanes is the large storm that start over the ocean. It can come with a heavy rain, and that rain sometimes causes the flood, and it will destroy all the trees around and all the buildings around. So these are some examples of the severe weather. Here our chapter is complete now. So goodbye, take care.